And good morning. It's your Weather Xtreme video for the Saturday, June the 25th. Meteorologist Bill Murray sitting in for Brian Peters again, who's on medical leave this week. Here's a shot from Twitter from Wesley Ernest, Panama City Beach this morning. He's looking to the southeast out over the Gulf of Mexico and seeing the tops of cumulonimbus clouds, showers and thunderstorms in the Gulf. Always fun to match up what you're seeing on the radar to what you're seeing in real life. And you can see those showers and storms out over the Gulf, some 70 to 80 miles south of Panama City Beach. Of course, we get lots of great pictures of thunderstorms during the summer from our friends who head to the beach. But we want to remind you, when you can hear thunder, you're in danger of being struck by lightning. And, of course, we've already had a lightning fatality on the Alabama coast this year. A 12-year-old girl killed on the Fort Morgan Peninsula playing volleyball during a nearby thunderstorm. So we want to remind you to be safe when it's lightning and thundering, and when you hear thunder roar, go indoors. Fewer showers, that's the watchword as we head through the next few days across central Alabama. But looking back at Friday, you can see some generous rainfall amounts over western Alabama down from Marion County, sort of down the I-22 corridor into Walker County, then southward through eastern Tuscaloosa County into Bibb and northern Dallas County. Some 1-inch amounts in there. In the Birmingham metro area, it's rained 8 straight days at my house, all thanks to the fact that we're waiting to stain our deck. Of course, as long as we're waiting for that project to happen, it probably won't rain, but I think we may get it in over the next couple of days. You can see a nice little rainfall amount there over the Hoover area, where an afternoon thunderstorm dumped some heavy rainfall, moved down into Shelby County. High temperatures on Friday looked like this. Only 89 at Birmingham, second straight day. Showers and thunderstorms that moved in at the lunch hour, limited temperatures. And, boy, those storms were loud with lots of lightning and thunder. 93 at Anniston and Tuscaloosa. The National Weather Service in Calera only managing 90. That's 2 straight days at Birmingham with temperatures in the 80s. That fell after 16 straight days with highs in the 90s. This is what the 4-kilometer dam thinks that the radar will look like at 7 o'clock tonight. And I would agree with that. Fewer showers and storms. Of course, there's one sitting right over my house. That would make 9 straight days as we turn into a tropical rainforest here in Vestavia. But again, most of the area should be dry. With fewer showers and clouds, maximum temperatures today will be in the middle and upper 90s across the entire area. I doubt we see any 80s. We even could see a few 100-degree readings down there in the Black Belt around Demopolis and Selma in the US 80 corridor. Now, why would we expect fewer showers and storms? Let's look at the science here. Precipitable water values, that's a measurement of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. That reading's been stuck at about 2 inches for several days, really for the better part of 2 weeks. And that's on the upper end of what we see in Alabama at any time, even for July. And that's led to the scattered showers and thunderstorms that we've seen each day. But you'll see a change this morning. This was the forecast of what the precipitable water would look like this morning early from the GFS, and you can see quite a bit of a difference. Drier air moving into North Alabama. Those precipitable water values cut by about 70, probably 70%. Probably more like 50%, but still dropping to around 1.2 inches expected on the sounding this morning. That's what the forecast GFS sounding was. It'll be interesting to see if that verifies. But in any case, it means probably that we'll have fewer showers and storms across the area today. Even fewer showers and storms tomorrow. This is what the 4-kilometer dam thinks about what the radar will look like on Sunday afternoon. Or really Sunday evening around. That's a little late, but that picture is actually from 10 o'clock tomorrow night. But I would think that that's sometime, that's about what the radar will look like during the afternoon as well. As we look at the GFS mediagram for the next several days for Birmingham, we can see toasty temperatures, middle and upper 90s, expected through Tuesday. Very few, if any, in the way of showers and thunderstorms, thanks to the GFS, and I would agree with that. Temperatures heating up as we head through the week. We might even see some upper 90s to near 100-degree readings Wednesday and Thursday if this verifies. But if you look toward the weekend and the end of the week, you can see a definite trend toward cooler. Temperatures falling back into the lower and middle 90s, even the 80s probably for Saturday and Sunday if this verifies. And you can see those blue bar graphs beginning to come up. That's precipitation. The GFS expecting that we might see upwards of 2 inches of rain between Friday and Sunday of next week. And if that verifies, that would be quite nice for July in central Alabama as we end the month. Now, as we go to the GFS, though, we take a look at what you might expect for Wednesday evening. Scattered showers and thunderstorms across Alabama. Nothing organized in nature. Hey, if you're heading to the beach, it's going to be a great time. The beach forecast is a new product we've got over on Alabama WX. Of course, we've been covering it day in, day out here on the Weather Xtreme video posts and also on the blog with our 7-day forecast. But now there's a special page that you can look at and get a 7-day planner that includes things like the rip current index and water temperatures and those sorts of things. But it's going to be a great week to be at the Alabama Gulf Coast as you head to the beautiful beaches of Alabama and Northwest Florida. Now, this is what the GFS forecasts for Thursday evening, and you can see showers and thunderstorms increasing along the Gulf Coast thanks to a trough of low pressure. Another trough coming in from the north. Alabama will begin to get caught in the squeeze there, but you can see showers and thunderstorms over Tennessee and Kentucky. Showers and thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast. We'll expect scattered showers and thunderstorms here across central Alabama. And if the GFS actually turns out to be correct in this situation, we'll see increasing showers and storms on Friday as we get caught in the squeeze between those two systems. The GFS begins to think there might be some tropical development along the East Coast there off the Carolinas and Georgia, but the European is much more bullish on what could be Hurricane Danny. We've been thinking that in this trough along the East Coast we would see some homegrown tropical development, and the European goes whole hog with that and forecasts that we could see a minimal hurricane near the Outer Banks by next Friday morning. And then looky here, 967 millibar hurricane south of Long Island and eastern Massachusetts. Hopefully, if this does materialize, it will stay offshore, could affect the maritime provinces of Canada. But again, the idea is there that we're going to be tracking a hurricane off the East Coast, and it will be named Danny. We talked about hurricanes last night and the rebuilding of New Orleans on Weather Brains. We actually produced 3 shows this week because of vacation schedules. The show that we taped last night will appear on August 3rd. It was with an author, Roberta Brandis-Gratz, who talked about her book about the rebuilding of New Orleans. Great discussion about cities and mitigation and hurricanes, and a city that we all know and love, and that's that's New Orleans, as we come up on the 10-year anniversary of that disaster. We recorded Thursday night a special with Craig Edwards. He's an author, retired National Weather Service meteorologist, and the on-site meteorologist for the Minnesota Twins. His name is Craig Edwards. Great show. And I tell you what, if you haven't listened to the Monday night show that we produced, it's the one that's up now on weatherbrains.com and on iTunes. We had Dr. Jason Persoff, who's a medical doctor and an accomplished storm chaser from Colorado. He was one of the first responders on the scene in Joplin, Missouri in 2011 when the big F5 tornado killed over 100 people, and his story is riveting. If you're not listening to Weather Brains, you really need to. It's a great show about weather. So check it out at weatherbrains.com or get it on iTunes, and join us when we tape it. Generally, on Monday nights, we'll be back on August 10th with James Franklin from the National Hurricane Center. Well, that's the Weather Xtreme video, and a nice plug for Weather Brains on this Saturday, June the 25th. Hope you have a great weekend. Try to stay cool, and we'll be back with another video tomorrow. Thanks to Ryan Stennett on Sunday morning. Thanks, and have a great day.